I think this is going to be a video that everybody will be able to get their opinion on a little bit. This is the President's Rank Every Treyarch Wonder Weapon by Joshua Shaw. I feel like there's going to be some hot takes here. It gets a little bit it gets a little bit nuanced once you start looking at like the different bows and the different staves and the different like elemental cannons and stuff, because like at a certain point they're all kind of the same, especially the bows all function very similarly. The staves are different, but the cannons, I can barely even remember what the difference are between those. But yeah, I'm excited to see. This is a long video. These guys must have some shit to say. Let's do it. The President's Rank Every Treyarch Wonder Weapon by Joshua Shaw. Shall we?
Now that we've finished ranking all the maps, I thought it would be a good idea to rank the Wonder Weapons from the Treyarch games too.
Great.
Why is Obama only in my left ear?
Oh, fuck you guys. My opinions are always correct.
True.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier, Trump.
Jesus.
Gentlemen, calm down.
Yeah, let's take it easy.
We have a lot to get through, so let's get to it. Our first Wonder Weapon is the one that started it all. The ray gun.
The ray gun.
S tier. This is the most iconic gun in zombies. It cannot go any lower than S.
I agree, Trump. It's been in every ether map for a reason.
Well, that's
everyone loves it, even
the first one.
The strongest.
It's not the
Such
strongest.
A cool weapon.
That's the only thing I think holding it back.
Buy it off the wall in Black Ops 2.
Excuse me, Sleepy Joe. Did you say you got the ray gun off the wall?
That
only happens if you're a noob.
Seriously, Joe, how the hell are you that bad at zombies?
Jesus Christ.
Whatever, man. Anyways, I can't say it's an S tier weapon.
I wouldn't say S tier. I would say A tier, personally.
Maps, and the splash damage is annoying on maps without PhD flopper.
Those are some good points, Joe.
A tier.
I don't really use the original ray gun that much.
Nobody does.
But it is
sucks.
Iconic, so I think A tier is a good spot for it.
It obviously has to go to the towards the top of the list just due to how iconic it is, but it's not strong, and like nobody runs it. Even the Pack-a-Punch, even the Porter X2 ray gun is like, it's not that good once you get into those later maps.
Whatever, it belongs in S, but I'll accept it so we can move
I think A tier is
next
appropriate.
Up is the Wonder Waff.
The
now,
Wonder
here's a
Waff.
real S tier weapon.
I love the Wonder Waffle.
No, it's not S tier.
Wonder Waff Joe, not waffle. I agree though, Barry. This is one of the coolest Wonder Weapons.
It's cool, but it's not S tier.
Entire horde still looks badass.
It can only chain kill up to 10 zombies though, so it's really like not even that strong.
Looks like we're all in agreement. The Waff is classic. Put it in S tier.
Really?
All right, next up is the Thunder Gun.
Thunder Gun is S tier.
Another S tier weapon.
Thunder Gun is S tier.
Strongest and again iconic
yeah.
Wonder Weapon.
Strong and iconic.
Like blowing an entire horde of zombies away with it.
There's a reason they brought it back so much.
Yeah.
It's one of the most simple yet fun Wonder Weapons to use.
I think it's like one of the strongest objectively in terms of like number of kills.
You did not just say you like the Tundra Gun more than the Thunder Gun.
The Tundra, oh my god. Sloppy Joe, please. Yeah, that thing is terrible.
Take your dementia pills again?
Skill issue. The Thunder Gun is
dementia
overrated.
pills?
Just ignore this senile bastard. Slap that shit in S tier.
I want to say, I like that George is featured in on this list. And a lot of the lists, it's only Obama, Trump, and Joe. But I like that George is here, you know? Adds a little bit more of a little more zest to the video. I like it.
Can't believe he was my VP.
Me neither.
Oh great, the Winter's Howl.
F.
Perhaps one of the worst Wonder Weapons ever.
Throw it in F tier and move on. It's not even worth talking about. Trash it immediately. One of the worst Wonder Weapons ever created. It stops being able to kill by like round 25. And it comes from not one of the worst maps, but like for the map that it's on, like 5 is already an incredibly difficult map to play on, and this is the Wonder Weapon that they give you to beat that map with. Yeah, throw it into F tier.
How could they make it so weak?
Toss it in the trash and move on.
I'm not sure what they were thinking with the Winter's Howl. It was a cool concept, but executed.
Toss it in the trash and move on.
Looks like they have the Winter's Howl from Classified too.
Oh my god.
But still a pretty
it's better, but it still
weapon.
sucks.
I think the original
D tier maybe.
Go in D and the BO4 version in C.
Sleepy's finally talking sense. Let's move on from this garbage and on to one of the best Wonder Weapons.
D is too high.
Best? This thing is fucking abysmal.
Wait, what are they talking about?
Another example of a cool concept, being able to turn the zombies into humans, but terrible
Oh yeah, no,
execution.
that gun is awful.
Yeah, this thing is awful.
That thing is awful.
How
Yeah.
can you like this shit, Trump?
It's supposed to be like a save your life gun where it turns him into a human and then the other zombies will be attracted to it. But the thing is, it doesn't even attract all the zombies. It only ends up attracting like 4 or 5 zombies, and all the other zombies still come running at you. So it doesn't do really any damage, and it doesn't even do a good job of getting you out of like sticky situations and distracting zombies from you. So like that is an F tier weapon. If it were up to me, Winter's Howl and what is it? The whatever 11, those are both F tier guns. Easy.
Let me explain to you, dumbasses. Similar to the jet gun, another amazing wonder weapon. This gun isn't overpowered just to be overpowered. It's
The foreshadowing.
Best used as a support weapon. If you shoot your
It's not
teammate,
good.
They'll get zombie blood and insta-kill.
That's
While that is
true, yeah.
it's nowhere near enough. to
Still
save
not
this
enough to
miserable
take up one of
excuse
your
for a
weapon
wonder
slots.
weapon.
Yeah.
This shit cannot go any higher than D tier.
D tier,
It
yeah.
belongs in A.
No,
You
it
fools just
doesn't.
don't understand its true potential.
No.
I'd put this whack shit in F, but since Donald will cry if we
Yeah.
do, let's just put it in D.
D
Have
works.
you losers and haters forgotten you can also use it to instantly get rid of George Romero when it's upgraded? It's such a helpful weapon.
Being able to calm George Romero is not enough to boost it up this list. It's just not.
Tier is the only reasonable place for this shit. Next up, we have the Scavenger.
I like the Scavenger.
This is
I
a
thought
pretty
it was
cool
cool.
wonder weapon,
Yeah, I
but
thought
it
it was
becomes
cool.
pretty weak in the later
It's not
rounds.
very strong, but it's
I
cool.
loved using this
I'd say
thing
like
to
C
kill
or B.
George Romero.
Upper C, lower B.
While it may not be the strongest wonder weapon, it's fun to use and
It's
good
fun.
enough to carry you through a casual game of Call of the Dead.
Only thing about this is that you essentially have to run PhD Flopper, otherwise you're going to kill yourself every time you use it.
I think it deserves A tier.
This gun sucks, Joe.
Not
it
A.
stops killing it like round 40. While your noob ass may not be able to get past round 20, for us that are actually good, this gun is dog shit. F
Yeah,
tier.
high rounding
Now,
is
hold
not
on, Trump.
possible with
F
the
tier is too
Scavenger.
low. It's
Yeah.
not the best, but it's a solid wonder weapon.
I'd say
I think
C.
D tier is fair.
C
How
or
about we all compromise at C tier?
C tier,
It's an
yeah.
average wonder weapon, so I think it's a good placement.
Whatever.
All right, next up we have the baby gun from
Hey,
Shangri-La.
yeah. The only downside about the baby gun is that it's only on Shangri-La, which is one of the worst maps ever made.
Actually, Obama, it's the 3179.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the hell up, George. Nobody calls it that.
Nobody calls it
And I
that.
love this gun. It makes the zombies all small and cute when you shoot them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Almost
Joe,
cute enough to sniff their shoulders.
Joe, pull yourself
Okay,
together,
Creepy
man.
Joe, we don't need to hear any more of this.
Yeah, that's enough of
That
that.
said, it is probably one of the most fun wonder weapons to use.
It's
and
really
very
fun.
Unique.
Can't disagree there. I love kicking
The
those
little
freaks
babies,
after
the
you
little
shoot.
babies can still hit you
Sounds like we're
though.
all in
That's like the
agreement.
only
I
downside.
think A tier is reasonable.
A's fine, yeah.
Works for me.
A's fine.
Yep, that's fine.
Drop that shit in A like you drop bombs on weddings.
Moving on, we've got the wave gun.
Well, I really like this gun.
The wave gun's cool.
Like I said when we played Moon, watching the zombies pop reminds me of my old nemesis Corn Pop. He was
What
such a bad
the
dude.
fuck are you talking
Joe, we
about?
don't have time to listen to your corn pop nonsense. again.
What? Corn pop?
This is a
Shut
pretty
up.
cool wonder weapon, though.
It's cool, yeah.
I like how you can make it dual wield.
Yeah,
with
you
the
can
zap
break it
guns.
and dual wield it. It's honestly,
though-
I think in terms of like pure effectiveness at killing zombies, especially when it comes to like high rounding and stuff, I would argue that it's better than the Thunder Gun. Maybe that's a hot take. I think it's stronger than the Thunder Gun in my opinion, especially like considering you can dual wield it.
Moon is a mess. Everyone knows the wave gun is great. Put this shit in A tier Obama.
Got it.
Obama. Oh, the
Next
jet
up is-
gun.
oh.
Yeah, I already know because of the foreshadowing, but Trump is going to try to defend this. Anybody that's watched me knows that I am an avid transit supporter and defender. But I have to draw the line somewhere, and I can't defend this weapon. I just can't do it. This weapon is so bad in so many ways. If somebody said they hated transit solely because this was the wonder weapon on the map, I would be understanding of it. This gun is just so terrible. It's so terrible. So terrible.
Everyone knows the wave gun is great. Put this shit in A tier Obama.
Got it.
I'm interested to see what Trump is going to say though.
Next up is, oh dear God, the jet gun.
Finally, a true S-tier wonder weapon.
Jesus
Do we even
Christ.
need to discuss? Just drop it in S and let's keep going.
Not so fast, Cheeto Man. Are you
This should be
high?
good.
This shit is awful.
Seriously, Jack. This may be the worst wonder weapon ever.
It might be.
Just thinking about trying to build this shit is putting me to sleep.
I have to agree
Everything
with Joe.
puts you to sleep, Joe.
Running around the entire map to grab the parts is insufferable.
True.
And not worth the effort for such a pitiful weapon.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not the one with dementia, Donnie?
They could give me this gun for free at the beginning of every game and I still wouldn't use it.
That's because you noobs don't understand how to use it. Of course, you lazy socialists would complain about building it. I love building the jet gun as much as I love building walls.
I bet you do.
Come on, let's not listen to this joker. Put that shit in F. I won't settle for anything else.
Fuck you, Sleepy. I'm gonna come to the White House and kick your ass.
Oh, shit.
Pull up, Jack. I'll knock your tangerine-looking ass into
God
next
damn.
week.
Gentlemen, relax. We're
Yeah,
just
let's take
making
it
a
easy,
tier
guys.
list.
It's
No
just a
need for
fun.
violence.
It's just a fun tier
That's
list.
rich coming from you, Hussein. Your party's precious Antifa loves
Call
to
him
inflict
Hussein.
violence on innocent Americans.
Listen, Joe would kick your obese ass anyways,
Oh
Trump.
man,
I'm doing this to
this is
protect you.
getting political.
Oh, fuck you guys. I'm out of here.
No, Trump, come back.
Oh, great. Look what you guys did.
Oh no.
I guess we'll have to continue the list without him.
I'm sure he'll be back. Maybe if he eats some McDonald's, it'll calm him down.
True.
Up next is the Sliquifier. Ooh, what are you all thinking?
Easy S.
Man, I love this gun. It reminds me of when Jill set up a slip and slide in the White House backyard last summer. It was
What?
so much fun.
Joe, you're a grown-ass man and the goddamn president, and you played on a slip and slide?
George, it's a lot of fun. You guys should come over and try it sometime.
Oh my god.
Okay, Joe, we'll do that sometime.
Yeah, let's talk about the gun
That
though.
aside, I think the Sliquifier is a really good wonder weapon.
Yeah, it's an easy S tier. It's one of the strongest wonder weapons ever made, especially pre-patch. If you used this gun properly, one bullet could end an entire round. And obviously, I think it gets S tier just for its uniqueness. Also, the only downside is that it came from Die Rise, which is not like one of my favorite maps. I wish they had this gun on some of the other maps, but yeah, I would say S tier.
While visually it's a bit bland, it has great killing potential and is insanely strong, especially since you can do a glitch to unpatch it.
Those are good points, Obama. I have fond
Wait, is there a glitch to unpatch the gun? I didn't know that.
memories of camping in the elevator shaft with this thing. It's an S tier for me.
I don't have any problems with that.
All right, I think S tier is reasonable
Yeah,
based
easy,
purely on how
easy
strong
S
this
tier.
thing is.
Easy S tier. Is
Did
Trump
you
back?
losers miss me?
No.
No, not really. It was actually pretty relaxing not hearing your malarkey.
Shut the hell up, Sleepy. Go take a dirt nap.
Jesus
Welcome
Christ.
back, Donald. We were about to rank the Blundergat.
Well, if we're talking about the original and not the Acid Gat or Magma Gat, I'd say it's a B-tier wonder weapon.
Yeah, maybe B tier.
Really, no point to use it over the other two, but it's not terrible either.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really ever use the Blundergat when the other two are available.
Why would you?
I'm fine with putting it in B tier.
That's fair.
Okay, next up then is the Acid Gat.
The
and
Acid
Magma
Gat. Acid Gat, I'd say Acid Gat is A tier. Magma Gat is B tier above the Blundergat. That's what I would say.
I think they're similar enough to where we can rank them both together.
These are both really strong weapons for crowd control and killing hordes. The
Yes.
fact they attract zombies when you shoot them makes them very reliable for escaping tricky situations.
True.
I think A tier is fair.
A tier's fair.
Holy shit. Did you take some Adderall, Sleepy? I've never heard you make such a cohesive statement in my life.
No, but my son Hunter pulled up and let me get a hit off his crack pipe.
Oh, Jesus
Of course he
Christ.
did. Your son is a true freak, Joe.
Enough
Damn
with
right.
the personal attacks, you crusty old geezers. We still have a lot of weapons to go. I think A is a good spot for these two.
I agree.
Up next is the GOAT, the Ray Gun Mark II. What a fantastic weapon.
Great weapon.
Easiest S tier in my life.
I think out of the 3 ray gun versions, the Mark II is the best one. I'd say it's S tier. I agree with Trump.
This really is one of the most iconic wonder weapons. A total improvement on the original ray gun.
Yeah, just better in every
This thing
way.
tears through zombies and is so satisfying to
Yep.
use. S tier.
Especially with it, I think it has it's almost like a 20 times headshot multiplier If you hit zombies in the head with this thing, it shreds through trains like it's nothing.
Well, Creepy Joe, do you have any horrible opinions to share about the Mark II?
Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Joe. Ah, yes. Sounds about
You've gotta
right.
be kidding me. He always does this.
Joe, wake your dusty ass up.
Huh? What? Where am I?
Jesus Christ, Brandon, get a grip. We're ranking the Mark II.
Oh, right.
S.
I love the Mark II.
Who doesn't?
Good, so we can all agree it's an S tier.
Paralyzer was a really fun wonder weapon. Not only did it have infinite ammo, it let you fly around the map. This alone makes it an A tier for me.
It's a B tier for me. It's a pretty dope weapon, but there are much better ones.
I have to agree with the annoying orange here. B tier.
This thing always felt like an improved version of the jet gun to me. I
Yeah,
can settle for B tier.
B's fair.
All right, gang, how should we rank the origin staffs?
I hate these things. How the hell are you supposed to build and upgrade these? There's way too much to remember.
Oh, Sleepy, you simpleton. Of course you can't even build the staffs. They aren't even that hard.
God, he's such
Okay.
a noob.
Let me break this down.
Anyways, I think the ice staff is clearly the best, and
I think in terms of the stabs, it goes ice, wind, fire, lightning. I think I say that's my opinion. I think that's like objectively the truth. There are people that will like switch out which is better between ice and wind. And that's fair. Some people like the wind stuff better. But I think ice and wind are very obviously the best ones, and then fire is third, and the fucking lightning staff is just garbage. Nobody ever wanted to get the lightning staff in any of the games ever. You would give the lightning staff to the player who was the worst in your friend group, or the best, considering they're the ones who can survive using it. But yeah, I feel like that's objectively true.
is S tier. You can just camp in the fire tunnel with it to round 100. The other three are B tier for me.
Let me be clear. The fire staff is the best and belongs in S tier.
No, you're both so wrong.
Wrong.
The wind staff is the best. The others are irrelevant.
I think they should all go in F tier.
What?
Shut up, Joe. How about we compromise and throw them all in A?
All of them in
It
A?
really comes down to personal preference.
No,
with
it doesn't. It doesn't come down to personal preference at all. The lightning staff is objectively worse than the other three. I think the lightning staff and the fire staff are objectively worse than the wind and ice ones. I don't think that it comes down to personal preference at all.
I don't really care, so I'm fine with that.
I can live with it.
Whatever, let's just move on to
All
Black
of them
Ops.
in A tier, I just don't agree with
The
that.
apothecant servant.
S
Do
tier.
we even really need to discuss this one?
Easiest S
I
tier on
don't
the
think so,
list.
Barry. It's the best wonder weapon ever, in my opinion.
Arguably.
I really love this one too.
Arguably the
Tentacles
best.
remind me of some of that lolly hentai I've seen.
Jesus
Does
Christ.
this motherfucker ever think before he opens his mouth?
No, he doesn't.
Anyways, I agree. Easy S tier,
Yeah.
goated wonder weapon.
Goated.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
All right, Joe's strange fetishes aside, next we have the bows from DE. I think we can all agree again that the storm bow is S tier.
The bows are more similar to each other than the staves are. In my opinion, I think the lightning bow is the best one. I think it goes lightning, fire, wolf, void. I think the void one is the worst one, in my opinion, honestly. The wolf one is just like a better version of the thunder gun, essentially. I think storm is obviously the best one.
Yep, no complaints here. The void bow, I think, is B tier. It's a decent alternative to the storm bow, but not the best either. Plus, it's a bit annoying to build too.
I think the wolf
Yeah.
bow is S tier. It reminds me of my grandson. He's been telling me about this
Joe,
wolf suit he likes
please
to
shut
wear.
the fuck up for once
He
in your
called
life.
himself a furry or something.
Oh my god.
Plus, it's easy to build.
Jesus Christ, your entire family's fucked up, Creepy Joe.
Yeah,
The wolf bow is obviously not S tier Joe, more like C tier.
the void bow was the most annoying bow to get. I think the void was the most annoying with the fire bow at a close second, because I always hated doing those fucking trick shots midair shooting. But yeah, I mean they're more similar than the stabs are. That's what I'll say.
Let's not even get started on the firebow. F tier. How the fuck am I supposed to build this shit when Noah J456 never uploaded a tutorial?
True.
Yeah, I don't think I ever built this shit more than once. It's just not worth it when the storm bow exists and is far easier to build.
F tier is a bit harsh. It is a good weapon, but I do agree it's not worth the effort to build.
Yeah.
I'm fine with D tier.
God fuck.
In terms of pure strength, I would say the fire bow shouldn't be in D tier, but when you think about like how you have to build it, yeah, I'd say D tier is fine.
This next weapon, the KT4, probably the most mediocre wonder weapon ever.
Yeah,
I do agree that it's not an amazing wonder
it's
weapon,
not the
and the method
best.
to unlock and upgrade it is really tedious and annoying.
Yeah, it's not the best
Having
weapon.
to plant a seed underwater and
is
then
strong.
water the plant with more water made no fucking sense.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's a D tier.
I think it's D tier if you're just going based off of how you get it, but in terms of like actual strength, it's pretty solid. You just shoot the ground 3 times and any zombies that walk over it essentially die instantly. It's pretty strong.
This one's okay, but it feels like a worse version of the Sliquifier to me.
It is.
I think
it's a worse
C
version of
tier.
the Sliquifier.
C tier, I think, is reasonable. The Masamune is still a pretty reliable wonder weapon once you actually manage to get it.
That's
All right, I
true.
can bump it into C tier.
I think C's fair, actually.
Next up, we have the Mark III from Gorod Krovi,
I love the Mark III.
another mid-wonder weapon in
It's mid, but I loved using it.
my opinion.
It's not
It
that
was
strong.
cool they made another version of the ray gun, but it just doesn't compare to the Mark 1 and 2. A perfect example of an average wonder weapon.
I disagree with what he said. I think the Mark III is better than the original ray gun. I believe that. I think the Mark II is the best. The Mark III is second, and the original ray gun is third.
C tier.
While it may not have been the most overpowered weapon, I think it looks really cool when you shoot it.
It is cool.
The black holes were a cool throwback to the Gersh device from Ascension.
Also true. Also true. That was a good throwback. The Mark III is mid overall. I'd say C or B tier is probably where I would put it. Upper C, lower B. That's my opinion. Cold War ray gun is the best of all time ray guns. Well, yeah, that's because they finally realized that, like, oh, the most iconic weapon in zombies probably shouldn't suck dick. And so they actually made the gun usable. Mark 1 is trash, just a crawler machine with splash damage. Yeah, you're not wrong. It just gets points for being iconic.
Speaking of black holes, that reminds me, Obama. Last night, Michelle came over to Mar-a-Lago, and let's just say we had a tremendous time.
Oh my god.
Don't talk about Michael. I mean Michelle that way, you orange goblin.
Michael?
Enough of the squabbling.
Oh no.
Let's just drop it in C and move on to
That was a
Black Ops
Freudian
4.
slip there.
All right, next up is the Death of Orion from 9.
Fuck
I liked
this
it.
thing. It's
It was
just
cool.
a shitty Wonderwolf wannabe. F tier.
Not F tier.
Kind of got a point there, Don, but it's still a decent weapon.
It's a decent weapon.
Pretty weak in the higher rounds, though. Another C tier for me.
Yeah, C, honestly.
The little scorpion
I
is
agree with
creepy
that.
looking and scares me, so I don't use this one. F tier.
Grow up.
Joe, you seriously need to grow a pair. How about we settle for D tier?
I
Whatever,
guess that's
let's
fine.
Just move on from
Yeah.
this trash.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Trump, but next up is the Kraken.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I shouldn't have rejoined the call. This fucking thing sucks.
I hated
I know I
these
don't hear you
things.
shit talking the Kraken, Donnie.
I hated
This
them.
gun packs a huge punch and has 4 cool elemental upgrades.
If by 4 cool elemental upgrades you mean 4 uninspired and forgettable ripoffs of the staffs,
Yeah.
you'd be right sleepy.
Yeah.
Seriously, can anyone here even tell me which of these upgrades is the best? I've blocked this shit out of my mind
Honestly,
completely.
I don't even remember what the different elemental upgrades do. We're honestly from looking at the list, we're getting to the point where like these are starting to be wonder weapons that I've only used a handful of times. And so I'm like, after the Krakens and all this stuff, like I'm not really gonna have too much input on these next ones.
I definitely can't. I haven't played Voyage since Black Ops 4 came out.
Yeah, why
I
would you?
put them in D tier.
I barely played
You all
it
just
before
haven't
Black
given
Ops
it a
4
fair
came
chance.
out.
The Thunder Kraken kicks ass.
No, it doesn't.
Calm down, Joe, before you have a heart attack. I'll take your opinion into consideration and throw them all into C tier.
C is too
Way
high.
too high for these
Way
sorry
too high.
excuses for wonder weapons.
I agree.
Well, this next one I think is a really good one.
What is it?
The Alistair's Folly.
See, I didn't.
I'll give you this one, Barry. The Alistair's Folly is pretty cool. I like how it has a bunch of different random effects. It's like a bunch
We're
of
getting
Wonder
to the
Weapons
point where
built into one.
I don't even
So
have
I need
enough
to
of an
remind you all
opinion
again about how
to
to upgrade
comment.
this weapon. You need to collect vampire shit. C tier just for that.
Oh, come on, man. You're just a chaos story hater. This thing is easily an A tier.
Joe, I have to agree, it's definitely one of the better Wonder Weapons from Black Ops 4.
Sorry, Trump. I'm with the Democrats on this one. A tier.
Yeah.
You're such a rhino, George. Sad.
Call him a rhino?
Come on, we're all friends here.
Joe's right. I'm putting this in A tier. It's a fitting placement.
I guess.
Next
I
up
don't,
is the
I don't
Savage
really
Impaler.
care.
Fuck this shit. Who the hell would ever go out of their way to get this? I never have and never will. Such a waste of time. F tier. No question.
Trump is
I don't
very
really see the
adamant.
point in getting this. It's confusing and annoying to build, and it's really not any stronger than most weapons you can find in the box.
Is that
I didn't
true?
even know this thing existed until right now. F tier.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Yeah, I
with
figured
George
nobody
on
would be
that.
defending this shit. F tier it goes.
Yeah.
Next up are the gauntlets from Ancient Evil.
No,
These
I
were
didn't really
cool, and I
didn't
feel like
use
they
them
were
that
all
much.
well-balanced. I don't really dislike any of these.
I really like the hands.
I
Especially
didn't
the
play
hand of
Ancient
Gaia.
Evil very much at all.
These were definitely the peak of the chaos story, in my opinion. I'd put them all in B tier.
I think that's a reasonable placement.
Okay.
They aren't extremely overpowered, but can still be used reliably.
Fair.
Oh, fuck off.
I buy
Next
that.
are those shitty ray guns from Alpha Omega.
Also,
hey man, these were cool.
also barely
They just
played
had the
it.
unfortunate luck of being on such a dog shit map.
I liked how you could dual wield one of them. Other than that, they're pretty average Wonder Weapons.
Yeah, I never really used these. The regular ray gun Mark II was just as good, if not better, so they were pretty pointless in my opinion. I'm fine with C tier for these.
Just like everything on Alpha Omega, these are a waste of time. D tier.
Just like
Well, I
everything.
personally think they're B tier, but I can settle for C.
Okay, that's fair.
Next up is Joe's favorite, the Tundra Gun.
The Thunder Gun is powerful and has a cooler aesthetic than the OG Thunder Gun, in my opinion. The Thunder Gun is overused and overrated.
What?
Wrong. So
Wrong.
very wrong.
Just so
Joe,
wrong,
you're
yeah.
probably the only human on the planet who thinks the Tundra Gun is better. It's dog shit.
Like I said earlier, there's a reason the Thunder Gun has come back so many times.
Just so wrong.
It's one of the best Wonder Weapons.
It's
Nobody
arguably
cares
the
about or
best.
even remembers the Thunder Gun.
True.
I agree, George. It's so bad they put the original Thunder Gun on tag because they knew people would hate it. D tier for me.
D.
Drop that shit in D tier, Hussein.
Now, come on, man. My opinion has to
Call
count for
him
something.
Hussein.
I say it's an S tier.
I'll bump it to C tier for you, Joe, but that's as high as this
Oh,
trash.
how
can go.
nice of you.
Next up is that shitty Wonderwaffe sniper. What a downgrade from the powerful DG2.
Look at how they massacred my boy. What a waste. Tag truly has some of the worst Wonder Weapons.
Look at what they did to my boy.
I mean, who wants to use this over the DG2?
Nobody does.
For once, I agree with you, Donnie boy. This thing just feels so weak compared to the original Waff.
That's because it
And it's
is.
nowhere near as cool as the Scavenger
It
either.
is weaker.
Yeah, not really sure why they decided to make some weird new Wunderwaffe and Thunder Gun instead of bringing back the Scavenger or VR-11 in some cool new way.
That would have been cool.
It's a D tier for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck this thing. D tier. Oh, great. Now we're at Cold Snore Zombies.
Man, I
Cold
love this
snore.
game so much.
We know you do, Joe.
Yeah, we know.
You're such a noob.
Obama's right, Sloppy Joe. You'll never be a real Zombies player like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Try getting to round 100 on Call of the Dead like me.
Oh shit. Round 100 on Call of the Dead. God damn, bro. Okay, Trump, I see you.
Donald, it's impossible to get to round 100 on Call of the Dead.
I
you
thought
lying
that.
goon.
But hey, I buy it.
Shut up, Bush. Need I remind everyone that you lied us into an illegal war?
Whoa.
Oh shit, tell him, Donnie.
Oh, it's getting
Guys,
hot.
let's get back on track. First
Damn.
up is the Die Shockwave and its variants.
These things looked awesome. They reminded me of my precious jet gun.
I should clarify. I barely played Cold War Zombies. I had like very little interest in playing it, so I don't really have much of an opinion on any of these weapons either.
That said, they still are just pale imitations. I think they belong in C tier.
Okay.
I never really liked these. They felt uninspired compared to what we had in the past. C tier is fine, though.
Okay.
I can accept C tier. They were definitely the weakest Wonder Weapons in Cold War. All right, next we have the Ray K-84.
Oh, I
This is a
remember
pretty
that.
solid Wonder Weapon, in my opinion.
I remember hearing about that.
It's an
I used
obvious
it, yeah.
throwback to the Mark III from Gorod Krovi, but even better.
Yeah.
I think it belongs in B tier.
I do think this was a step up from the Die Shockwave. It melted zombies and was really satisfying to use. B tier's fine with me.
I think it's A tier, but I know that's probably too much to ask, so I can
Yeah,
settle for B.
I think B is
That
fine.
works for me. I didn't play much Firebase Z, so I really don't care.
Nobody played a lot of Firebase Z because it wasn't that good of a map. But having the Ray K I thought was cool, just because having like a ray gun variant in the form of an assault rifle was really, really cool in and of itself, like regardless of how effective the weapon it was. Too bad they nerfed the Ray K. Yeah, I mean, fucking classic Treyarch, am I right? They always want to get rid of anything that's fun. No fun allowed.
Okay, next is the Cerberus pistol from Mauer der Toten.
I don't
This
even...
one was pretty unique.
I
love
barely
the different
remember
upgrades
it.
you could get for it.
This was probably the peak of this game for Wonder Weapons. The only
Okay.
thing I didn't like were those annoying ass characters that would talk to you when you used it.
True.
Yeah, could have done without that, but otherwise I think it's another A tier.
If any cold snore Wonder Weapon has to go into A tier, I'm okay with it being this one.
All right, we're almost done, boys. Finally, we have the Chrysalax.
FFF, Forsaken sucks, and so does this Wonder Weapon.
Whoa, hold up, Jack. You haven't even given this thing a chance. I know for a fact you never even bothered playing Forsaken. This is an A-tier Wonder Weapon.
I don't think I
don't
played
need to play it,
Forsaken at
Sleepy.
all.
I've seen what happens when you put Burger Town into a zombies map. It never ends well.
Is Burger
To
Town?
be fair, Trump, it's far better than infection from exo-zombies. The
That's not
Chrysalax
hard
is
to do.
actually a pretty fun wonder weapon. I would
Everything
put it
is
in
better
B
than
tier
infection
myself.
from exozombies.
Gotta agree with Joe and George. It's a fun weapon with a cool visual design. Being able to switch between the gun form and axe form was dope.
Okay.
Solid A tier for me as well.
A tier, really?
I think we
Okay.
can compromise at B tier since Donald hates it so much.
B sounds fine.
Well, it's not the worst tier list I've ever seen.
It's
Yeah,
not exactly how my list
this tier list actually isn't that bad. I actually don't have that much of a problem with it. This is a reasonable tier list. I don't think I have any complaints. I mean, there's obviously all of the like Cold War weapons and shit I don't know anything about, but I mean, of the weapons that I'm familiar with, like this seems very fair. The only thing I would probably change is I would change the placement of the staves. I wouldn't put them all together. What's weird to me is how they separated all of the bows, but they didn't separate the staves. But to me, the staves are more different than the bows are. So it's like, why did you separate one but not separate the other, you know? That's all. That's probably the only thing I would change. I mean, this is not a bad list.
would look, but at least we got through them all together. This was fun, boys.
Yeah, this was fun, guys. Jill's about to put me to bed and read me my bedtime story, so I'm going to hop off.
All right, have
Good
fun.
night.
Have fun, Joe.
I think I'm going to go too, guys. I hear Michelle yelling for me to come give her a foot massage.
Jesus Christ.
Good night.
What a simp.
What a
I
simp.
guess that just leaves you and me, Trump.
Sorry, George, I'm in the mood for McDonald's, so I'm heading out too.
My
Talk
man.
to you later.
Oh, poor
What the
George.
hell? Everyone just vanished like the Twin Towers. Guess I'll play a solo game of Die Rise.
President Obama here.
Okay,
Thank you all so much for taking your time to watch this video.
of course.
If you liked it, please remember to leave a thumbs up and subscribe
We
as
will.
more videos are on the way.
Oh, we will.
Please
Trust
share
me.
this video with anyone you think would enjoy it.
Absolutely.
And stay tuned to see more of the presidential zomboys.
Oh, we will.
Stay safe, everyone. And God bless.
God bless. God bless you too, Obama. We're going to make sure we subscribe, and we're going to leave a thumbs up. It's a good video.